boys and girls, I am back with another story, and the story I'm going to read to you is one that I loved when I was little. It's about an elephant who's going to sneeze. In this book, there are lots of rhyming words. So as I read, see if you can hear all the rhyming words. Let's get started. The book is "Stand Back," said the elephant. "I'm going to sneeze." It was written by Patricia Thomas and illustrated by Wallace Tripp. "Stand back," said the elephant. "I'm going to sneeze. I hate to alarm you, but I don't want to harm you. My friends, I fear, it's clear, oh dear. You better stand back. I'm going to sneeze." Oh no, cried the buffalo. "You're so big and strong, and your trunk is so long. Your sneezes send everyone flying along, bumping and thumping down the pathway and trail, bouncing and jousting head over tail, tumbling and bumbling. Your sneeze is a gale or a hurricane. I hate to complain, but please don't sneeze." "Oh no, please don't sneeze," cried the monkeys in the trees. "You make such a breeze when you sneeze. The last time you blew us right out of the trees. The branches began to bend and sway, and some of us landed so far away we didn't get back until the next day. The leaves went whirling and tumbling and swirling, and the flowers shook for hours the last time you sneezed. Even a cough would knock some of us off. Oh, please don't sneeze." With a shriek, the parrot opened his beak. "The elephant says he's going to sneeze." "Oh, elephant, please," cried the birds in the trees. "The last time you sneezed, we lost every feather. We didn't know whether we'd ever get back together." Every parakeet was bare as a sheet from his head to his feet. What's more, all the whales had peacock tails, and the wings of a cockatoo were stuck on the kangaroo. You must confess it's quite a mess, very confusing, and not too amusing. Even a snuffle would make our feathers ruffle. Oh, please don't sneeze." "Fly, fly," called the birds to the bees. "The elephant says he's going to sneeze." "Oh no," buzzed the bees. "Not a sneeze, not a sneeze. The last time you blew off our stings and wings, and we had to make do with rose thorns and glue. Furthermore, what a shock! We all had to walk on our knees, if you please, and that's hard on bees' knees, while our wings grew back in. Oh, what a sin! Oh, please don't sneeze." "Beware, beware," called the bees to the bear. "The elephant says he's going to sneeze." "Oh, please, not a sneeze," said the bear. "That's not fair. I declare, the last time he sneezed, he blew off all of my hair, and left me so bare, I spent the whole winter in long underwear. Nothing so sad as a bear that is bare. Poor giraffe, don't laugh, almost spent in half, and the alligator's snout was turned inside out. The last time he sneezed, a sniff or a snuff. This is bad, but a sneeze, oh please don't sneeze." "I suppose you could hold your nose or wait a while?" asked the crocodile with a sad smile. "Oh my, do try," said the fly. Look at him trying to hold his nose under the water. "We wish," said the fish, "you would if you could. The last time you blew off all of our scales from our head to our tails, and our gills got the chills. Our skin is so thin. And if you do it again, we'll freeze. Oh, please, don't sneeze." The zebra yelled, "Yipes! You'll blow off my stripes! Plus lots of us of the leopard spots. Plus lots and lots of the leopard spots, and all the snakes will be tied up in knots." The hippopotamus said, "A lot of us will fall right on our bottomus. If you sneeze, so please don't sneeze." "I'm sorry, my friends," said the elephant sadly. "About all of this I do feel badly. If I could keep from sneezing, I'd do it gladly. But I have a twitch in my trunk and an itch, plus a bit of a tickle and even a prickle. You must run, fly, and hop. I'm afraid I can't stop. I would if I could, but there's nothing to do. Ah, ah." Do you think he's going to sneeze? We'll find out. "Ah, ah." "Boo!" shouted a little gray mouse, jumping out of his house. He stood right up on his little tippy toes, stuck out his tongue, and wiggled his nose. "Eek!" shouted the elephant, jumping up in the air. "That's a mouse! That's a mouse standing there. I must hide in a tree before he gets me, or jump in a lake. Oh, for goodness sake, don't scare me. Please spare me." The mouse laughed. "Oh, pooh! What I could do, a little thing like me, to a big thing like you? I only wanted to give you a scare. And it worked as sure as you're standing there. Elephant, think about it. Please, you completely forgot to sneeze." "Well, what do you know?" laughed the elephant. "That's so. It's astounding, confounding. As I live and breathe, I don't think I really have to sneeze." He began to giggle. "Hee, hee, hee, hee. That's the funniest thing that ever happened to me. Ha, 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 ha. Ho, 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 ho." The elephant shook from his head to his toe. He hee-hoed and ha-ha'd and giggled and gawped and contorted and chuckled until his knees buckled. He sat down and rolled from side to side. In fact, the elephant laughed till he cried. He laughed till the ground was shivering and shaking, and all the trees were quivering and quaking. The monkeys came tumbling out of the trees. The stings fell off every one of the bees. The bird's feathers went flying, goodness knows where. And all the hair fell out of the bear. The giraffe bent in half, and the alligator's snout turned inside out. The fish lost his scales from their head to their tails. The zebra yelled, "Yipes! There go my stripes!" While the hippo went thump right on his plump, you know where. And into the puddle the mouse went clor-pop. He sat up and shouted, "This simply must stop. We're terribly glad you don't have to sneeze, but if you must laugh, laugh softly. Oh, elephant, please." Well, I hope you enjoyed the book about the elephant who did not sneeze. I miss you guys. I'll be back with another story soon. Bye.